Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, Lakers Chronicles? It's that time. It done already took place, man. That NBA draft is late. You know, energy is up, energy is down. I will say tonight was a good night, though, man. We picked up Max Christie with that 35th pick. I wasn't expecting him to be available at that point because I thought he was going to be a first round draft pick. He wasn't the guy I thought we was going to pick. But he does fit that 3 and D mold that we wanted. So, I mean, for him to be a 6'5" guard, I guess small forward in today's NBA, he's athletic. He does play defense pretty well. He's not a great shooter from what people say from the numbers, but I will tell you that the mechanics is there. Like the form is very nice. The stroke is nice when it is hitting. Uh, he did shoot 36%. I said they think from three, like early on in the season or whatever. So I wouldn't be too worried about his form because a lot of guys that got drafted into the NBA and couldn't shoot and became great shooters. If somebody like Derek Fisher, a lot of folks think that Derek Fisher was always a great shooter, but he wasn't. He wasn't really a good shooter at all, to be honest with you. He was more athletic and a defender than he was a shooter. But he took time in the NBA in the gym and got his three ball better. So I'm expecting Max Christie to do the same thing. Like I said, a 6'5", 3 and D, still 19 years old. Hopefully the Lakers give him a 3 year deal, like my homeboy be saying, instead of two. I think he could be a good player for us, man. We got to steal at number 35. We're not going to throw him into the fire just so soon. He can take his time and maybe play in the G League a little bit and then come back. We'll see how that goes. But I think overall we got a player of need, somebody that will be a wing defender and 3 and D for us. So it's a great pickup by Rob Pelinka. And then right after the draft, man, the Lakers picked up Cole Swider out of Syracuse, man. Big 6'9" forward. Never, I don't think he was on anybody's mock draft, but he's a sniper from down from three, man. A big shooter. You know what I'm saying? Someone that was pretty creative at Syracuse. Could start the break. Good finisher around the rim. Not a great, athletic guy, but of course, can dunk because he's tall. But a great shooter. Someone who's going to be I think probably a guy that you can plug in immediately with that two-way contract. Just depends on what situation, what scenario is going on at the time. So that's another good pickup. We picked up Sweeter, a good shooter. I figured the Lakers had some tricks up their sleeve, and then to top it all off, man, we picked up, I think, a steal. We got Scottie Pippen Jr. Now, if anybody knows Scottie Pippen Jr., he led the SEC in scoring with 20 a night. A real good point guard, man. He showed in the combine that he's more of a pure point guard. He could score when he need to. And I think we might got one of the steals in the draft, man. We signed him to a two-way contract as well. Be looking out for him, man. I think in a couple years, people might look back and be like, dang, they got him on an undrafted deal. He's one of those guys. I think he has the potential to be a 3 and D point guard. Someone who could play defense. He's not a big guy, but to play defense and be able to hit the open jump shot, that's going to be key for us. And like I said, he's a pure point guard. He likes to pass first. But at Vanderbilt, he had to score with that team. So he showed us in the combine. I think he had a 12 assist game, and then he came back out and had like a 30-point game. So he could do a little bit of both, man. And with the Lakers, we don't really need a lot of scoring, but we do need someone who could hit the open jump shot and get the team involved. He kind of reminds me of a Tyus Jones, man, out of Memphis. So that's another great pickup. And then on top of that, I did see the Lakers have brought in Shareef O'Neal for a summer league roster. So that's another good pickup. In my opinion, man, hopefully, man, you still got some good centers out there, man. You got Orlando Robinson from man, my mind going blank. Fresno, a big who can shoot, defend, and play in the paint. Man, he got a nice game. I'm surprised he went undrafted. You still got Cockburn out of Illinois, a big body, a 20 and 10 guy. Probably won't be asked to do that in the NBA, but definitely a guy that can still add some value to the Lakers. And then you got the kid, dang man, you got the kid from Florida State. I can't think of his name right now, but definitely another big that can step out and shoot. He's a little on the thin side with being like 7'1", 175 pounds, but definitely a stud, man. So there's some guys out there. Butler, I think, yeah. So, we got to figure out that position in the middle. Maybe the Lakers can pull another trick up their sleeve. Like I said, they still got that $2.1 million out there. Cash consideration. The draft is over, but we can see what they can do. So with that, man, I like to know what y'all think about the video. Like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, holla at your boy, man.